This is Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Class Starscream. The figure is part of the third wave of Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron figures. Here is a quick look at the packaging. Interesting. I mean, this type of packaging doesn't wow you when you first see them, but then as the waves keep coming in, they sort of grow on you. And for those of you who weren't alive in the 80s, this particular packaging is a nice throwback to the kind of packaging we had back then. So anyway, here is the figure. It's pretty good as a figure itself. Should have been bigger. Should have been a Voyager, but Hasbro decided otherwise. Let me see. Let me just get him standing up. He's okay. He looks good. Silhouette is great. Here he is with War for Cybertron Megatron, or Cybertronian Megatron. So he's, I'd say, in good scale if you're basing it off this one. Yeah, pretty good. And excuse me, the old Seeker mold. Starscream. This is the Classics Starscream by Hasbro. They're almost the same height, if not exactly the same height. He's a little bit taller. So it's another perhaps group of Seekers to complete and collect and complete. Takara's already announced a Thundercracker repaint, and I don't think Hasbro is going to repaint this one to Skywarp. I hope they do. I hope they do. But it looks as though if you want the original Seeker trio, you'll have to go through Takara Tomy to do that. Anyway, really nice figure. Fantastic light piping, as you can see. Very nice. Don't even need a flashlight. His silhouette is a little bit too brutish, is there such a word, or ape-ish for me. I mean, the Seeker mode was really, as you can see, there's a little bit slenderness to it, a little bit of an elegance to it. This one is a little bit too crude, and yes, it's probably a very nice Cybertronian Seeker mode, but I'm not sure if once you see a silhouette like this, it'd be Starscream. I think this would make for a very good Skyquake, or what's his brother's name on the show, Transformers Prime. Something like that, Skyquake, or I can't even remember. Dreadwing. That's this kind of mold that reminds me of those kinds of Seekers. Not really a Starscream, Thundercracker, or Skywarp. But anyway, be that as it may, it's still a wonderful mold, and Hasbro's generously given us Starscream. I think the wings should be a little bit bigger or longer, perhaps, but I think they were really going for the triangular aircraft look. Anyway. Paint apps for this fella, not too bad. There's very little paint apps, just the face and bits and pieces here and there. It's really not. Oh, here, a ton of paint apps on the feet, I think. Just silver. No, it's okay. Articulation. He's got a it's a hinge neck. No waist articulation because of transformation. A ball hinge shoulder, double jointed elbows. Bicep swivel, which is great, and a wrist swivel, so you can have him this way, you can have him this way. That's pretty cool. He's got a ball hinge hip, thigh swivel, knee, a hinge knee. Sorry, that was a pause because I saw, like, the time I bought this figure, a customer was returning a particular Starscream figure, and one of the knees just did not want to budge. The rivet that they put, I think, or the pin joint was a little bit too tight, and it ended up snapping. So be wary of that. And he's got some rocker joints for ankles. This is not essential to transformation, but I'm glad they did that. And part of the reason I think they did that is because of this very, very annoying inner fin. I'm not entirely sure why they had to add this to the design. Maybe they were just following the design of the game. Granted that it's just ridiculous that inner fin prevents you from doing a lot of poses with this figure, even if you transform in. I mean, I understand this one is the outer fin, rear fins might be essential, but the inner fins are just there for aesthetic purposes, just to balance things out. But play-wise, playability and posability, they pose a serious, yeah, pun intended. They're a serious hindrance and obstacle to creating dynamic poses. It's a little bit annoying for me. He also comes with these twin Gatling guns, which you can mount on either forearm or on the leg if you want. You can use either peg. They do rotate, and if you notice, they have gears because they do combine to form. No, they combine to form a double Gatling gun, which spins in congruence with each other, which is very cool. And yes, Starscream can do a double-fisted hold on the Gatling guns. So that's pretty cool. Double blazer. If you watch that show back in the 70s, Daimos. Double blazer. No, I'm kidding. So that's pretty cool. Not too bad. Anyway, so pretty good. It's a pretty good, solid figure, except for these annoying fins and maybe, longer wings. Pretty good. I'm quite impressed, despite being very brutish or apish. To transform him, I've only done this once, so bear with me. I know I apologize. I shouldn't be doing that. I should be practicing. Anyway, fold everything up like that. Attach this one. Fold the neck that way. Fold this one this way, like that. And fold the neck all the way down, like that. Oh no, sorry. Just like that. I think. Rotate the neck. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now we're cooking. Alright, from this point on, go ahead and fold the arms this way. Now the instructions make a big deal of how to fold the arms, and I don't know why, but they do. I guess it's kind of a tricky bit of transformation, because you gotta, there's a very tight clearance onto them, and you gotta make sure that they peg on to each other, and the arms peg on this way once you're done. Come on. Okay, the wings, they stay like this or like that. I think like that is better. And then the legs, these two holes right there, they tab into here. This one tabs into there. So you do that. Okay. Oh, I see. The rocker joints are integral to transformation. Sort of. Actually, they're a little bit integral. Yeah, because if they don't have rocker joints, they'll be frayed outwards. So just bend them a little bit. Yes. So, then fold out the nose cone like that. No landing gear, and this is Starscream in his alt mode. And as you can see, the apparent smallness of the wings is very evident in this mode, and I wish it was a little bit bigger and longer, because, well, I suppose on Cybertron there is a very thin atmosphere, or no atmosphere at all. They're not going to need that much wings. He'll probably just need energy to lift himself up and thrust, not so much wings to stabilize himself. So okay, fine, I'll buy that. Now this one, the weapons, I suppose you can tab them on. Yeah, this way, which is ridiculous. Split them up. The instructions tell you to tab them this way, which is fine. They hit the ground unless you push them all the way up. Yeah, they still do. It's okay. I actually prefer. We'll tab. This one's also interesting. Tab them this way. Yeah, I actually like it this way. The smaller peg, having it this way. Yeah, the peg sticking out. And yeah, and having it this way for some reason. And it makes it more flat. And they're not propping him up off the ground. So that's interesting. Anyway, you can have it either way you want. There's null rays or null rays, spinning assault cannons. They'll go anywhere. You peg them there or whatever. So there you go. It's a nice figure on its own. If you play the game, it's a very nice figure. I hope they make a Voyager class version of this figure. But until then, it's in great scale with the Fall of Cybertron War for Cybertron Megatron, and it was a great piece, addition to your Cybertronian shelf. And on its own, it's pretty good. Just watch out for those quality issues. And darn it, I wish, Hasbro would release all 3 Seekers in this mold. Anyway, this has been Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron Starscream. I hope you like this video. Please catch me on Twitter, Keek, Instagram, and on YouTube on 2 of my channels, FX Friends and Chefatron, as well as the videos I contribute on Tech Sushi. Thanks for watching.